Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Canal Days. As always, I am your host Carrie, along with my co-host, founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Coleman. Our Canal Days series delves into the vast collection of historical sites throughout Massachusetts, with Robert's expertise of the local history as our personal guide. Each episode, we uncover history throughout local communities with historic houses, meaningful monuments, prominent pivotal pioneers, and remarkable remaining remnants, all while uncovering their seminal significance. Today's episode of Canal Days will be canvassing the First Presbyterian Church of Holyoke, Massachusetts. So, can you clarify where in Holyoke the First Presbyterian Church is located?
It is located at the northwest corner of Chestnut Street and Cabot Street, and it's still in great shape at that location. Today we're going to be talking about the design, its history, and what the inside might be looking like, since it'll be hard for you to see the inside. And it's noted to be a beautiful church. Now, it's located right in the Library Commons area. This used to be a 4-block area of athletic fields. Then they turned it into the library area with this beautiful park. And many structures started coming in, including Perpetual Church, Lawrence School, Sons of Zion, the Masonic Hall. And so it fit right in with its beautiful structure. And for that reason, it's one of the very most popular areas around Holyoke itself.
And can you illustrate the design of So, can you educate us on the church's history?
Yes, it was the first Presbyterian church ever in Holyoke, like the name suggests. And it was made to serve a religion, which basically was the Anglican Church as found in Scotland. And then when the Scottish immigrants came to the United States, in this case to Holyoke, a lot of them were stonemasons and other fine sculptors, and they were able to make a beautiful church like this. Now, it might have a certain look to it, and we'll talk about that under design, but the history is that it was formed in 1886, I believe, and finished a year later. And it served in its role for over 100 years before it was sold to other groups. In this case, a Pentecostal group now owns it. So it's been around an extremely long time, and it's a bit of a beauty in a very beautiful area.
And stick around, because we'll be right back after a few words from our sponsor. Are you fascinated by local history and eager to investigate the obscure treasures off the beaten path throughout the state of Massachusetts? Or maybe just seeking an unforgettable cultural activity for family and friends to enjoy? Look no further than Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, founded by Robert Coleman. With over a decade of experience, Robert offers captivating tours and presentations of historic sites and landmarks throughout the state. Whether you're interested in canals, cemeteries, charming churches, or more, Robert's tours provide a unique and enriching experience for all. But that's not it. You can also schedule private tours tailored to your interests, ensuring a personalized adventure and unforgettable memories. Perfect for families or groups of all sizes, making for an exciting hands-on learning experience that brings history to life. Please visit holyokecanaltour.org or email bobcat4214 to book your private tour today. But wait, there's more. Don't miss out on Robert's podcast and video series, Canal Days, where you can dive even deeper into the vital history of the Connecticut River Valley. Plus, for those who may not be local or would rather enjoy on the go or from the comfort of their home, Canal Days brings the adventure right to your screen. So don't miss out. Uncover the pivotal past with Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke to make your own history with memories that will last a lifetime. Remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org for more information and secure your personalized experience today. Welcome back to our Canal Days episode of the First Presbyterian Church of Holyoke, Massachusetts. And can you illustrate the design of the church for us?
It's Romanesque style in the form of Henry Hobson Richardson. It's not one of his designs because he died a couple of years before this building was designed. But it looks like his work with a heavy use of brownstone and gray marble and heavy slate. Everything looks low and heavy. The windows are very much deep inside the structure instead of right out there. And the horizontal bands are continuous throughout, and Romanesque windows. Of course, that's part of the title of it. But again, it's not one of his, so one of his associates came up to design and put in. He was a very popular architect for about 20 years after his death, but then it all went away, and people forgot about the style and forgot about him. So sadly, this is not one of his styles, but in Holyoke, there is one of his creations, and that's the Holyoke train depot, and that still survives, and that's wonderful. There are other mock-ups, including the Gate Hotel and others, so, his style is popular around Holyoke.
And also, can you describe the inside interior of the church?
It's, for a church, very plain. It has some use of stained glass windows, but they're rather small. But it's a very plain atmosphere inside. The pews have been removed, but most Presbyterian churches, I hear, are actually very plain, and they put a lot of stress on the outside in this case. So it's a very elegant building, and I'm glad it's here. It's in a nice place in the Library Park, and it's a great look to it after the Richardsonian Romanesque. And I hope it stays here, and I hope someday it gains status on the National Register of Historic Places.
And thanks for listening to Canal Days and our episode on the First Presbyterian Church of Holyoke, Massachusetts, and joining us on our journey through the rich history of the Connecticut River Valley. We hope you enjoyed uncovering some of the hidden and overlooked marvels and their fascinating stories that shaped our past in the state of Massachusetts. A special thanks to Robert Camus, founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, for sharing his passion and expertise with us. Remember, you can find more information about Robert's tours, book private tours, and explore the Canal Days video and podcast series at holyokecanaltour.org. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, and share. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future episodes. Don't forget to keep exploring and discovering the history that is hidden in plain sight all around us. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune into our next episode of Canal Days and check out holyokecanaltour.org. Until next time.